Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal Part 333 based on novel. So let's start. 5 very simple words. I'm going to save her. This was a determination, a firmness, something that had to be done without the fear of death. After hearing the old woman in white, these words were like thunder, these words were like tears, their words were like blood, and they were engraved into Wang Lin's heart. This imprint was blood-colored, but it gave off no killing intent, only sadness and warmth. It was as if millions of thunderclaps had exploded in Wang Lin's heart, causing him to be startled in place. An intense pain came from his heart, from his blood, and from his soul. You promised to send me off. Li Qianmei's parting words still faintly echoed in Wang Lin's ears. Her request was never that demanding. She only wanted a goodbye, a parting smile, a blessing, to never forget an agreement with her. She wouldn't steal Li Muwen's place in Wang Lin's heart or replace Li Muwen. She only did this because of a dream about her past life. She only wanted this. Such a woman named Li Qianmei silently gave her everything. Perhaps she didn't wait for hundreds of years like Li Muwen or ripped Wang Lin's heart open like Liu Mai, but she had made Wang Lin feel guilty with the 10 years he could never pay back. This made Wang Lin's heart feel pain. If one day I'm no longer here, will you remember that in your life, there was a woman named Li Qianmei that quickly passed by? Li Qianmei's words seemed to become an eternal existence that wandered Wang Lin's heart. If I never come back, I hope you remember. Even though this woman was going to disappear, she didn't want Wang Lin to know everything she had done. If it wasn't for the fact that she had to tell the old woman everything to get the old woman to bring the soul blood, Li Qianmei wouldn't have said anything. If it wasn't for the old woman questioning Li Qianmei in detail after seeing Li Qianmei's weakened state, she wouldn't have known everything. Li Qianmei didn't want Wang Lin to feel guilty and pity her after learning everything. She wanted him to accept her existence. She didn't want affection like this. She also didn't expect to be with Wang Lin until their hair turned white and they died. All she wanted in this vast world was for Wang Lin to remember a woman named Li Qianmei. Whether she lived or died, this would be enough. All she wanted was for two people that might be lonely for different reasons to both look at the same sky. As long as the two people were under the same sky, even if they were separated by life and death, separated by an uncrossable gully and distance, it was enough. She didn't want them to forget each other. What she wanted was that after they crossed paths, their memories of each other would remain clear deep in their hearts. This memory would be sealed and kept until they grew old. When death came, they could hold this memory and not be lonely, and they could close their life for an eternity with a content smile. Her request wasn't much. Wang Lin raised his head and looked at the dark sky. His heart felt pain. He was going to save Li Qianmei, the woman who had given him her everything over the last 10 years, even though the spatial crack battlefield might be connected to the outer realm. Tuo Sen was in the outer realm, and once he stepped one foot into that place, Tuo Sen would notice him. He would likely face danger. Even though right now he needed time to go into closed-door cultivation to comprehend what he had gained in the Tao realm so he could reach the heaven-shattering third step. However, all of this was thrown aside by Wang Lin. He didn't want to think about it. He only knew that there was a woman named Li Qianmei that was facing life-threatening dangers. If he didn't save her, he could never be happy, because he owed her 10 years that were difficult to pay back. Those simple 5 words contained everything. With one step, the sky trembled. Wang Lin moved like a burning meteor as he charged forward. The old woman in white was held by him in the void and the two of them disappeared without a trace. The old woman in white stared dumbfoundedly at Wang Lin. This roaring speed made it feel like space was being torn apart. It was as if a large sword was piercing space itself. This speed shocked her. She also felt Wang Lin's determination from this speed. This was an aura that wouldn't be stopped even if tens of thousands of people wanted him dead. There are no transfer arrays in the rank 3 or lower regions. The rank 4 Sea Soul sect has a transfer array to the rank 6 Celestial Music sect, which is a branch of the Everlasting sect. They have a transfer array to the rank 8 Everlasting sect. The Everlasting Sect also has a transfer array to reach the rank 9 region at the fastest speed possible. Once we are at the rank 9 region, I'll tell you where the Demon Sect is. This is the fastest speed, but the transfer arrays require a lot of origin crystals, and I don't have enough. The transfer arrays aren't usually open, and they don't let people borrow them so easily. The old woman's words didn't get any response from Wang Lin. After he spoke those 5 words, he had been silent. This silence created a powerful pressure that terrified the old woman. She unexpectedly felt regret telling him everything. She vaguely had a feeling that after the youth had heard everything she had said and spoke those 5 words, he turned from a celestial into a devil. The thunderous rumbles in space echoed like crazy as Wang Lin moved even faster. His white hair waved and the veins on his face were swollen. Even if there was something blocking him, it wouldn't make him retreat. The rank 2 region was vast, but thanks to Wang Lin's speed, the fog in the rank 2 region was pushed back as if it didn't dare to get close. All the beasts hidden in the fog retreated. They had a feeling that a slaughter god was rushing through, and if they dared to block him, they would without a doubt die. The rank 2 region flashed by as Wang Lin moved through. A thunderous rumble passed and a large crack appeared. This crack almost split the rank 2 region in half. At this speed, Wang Lin charged out from the rank 2 region and the rank 3 region. He entered the rank 4 region and stepped onto the continent where the Sea Soul Sect was located. The Sea Soul Sect was a branch of the Silent Soul Sect. Since the Silent Soul Sect was the strongest rank 8 sect, the Sea Soul Sect had always been domineering in the rank 4 region, and rarely did anyone dare to provoke them. The sect master was a peak Nirvana Scryer cultivator. He was powerful enough to dominate the rank 4 region. Right now it was night on the continent the Sea Soul Sect was on. All the cultivators were cultivating, and even the sect master was sitting inside his secret chamber. At this moment, a thunderous rumble echoed and the entire continent trembled. This tremble wasn't strong, but it was enough to awaken all the cultivators. The Sea Soul Sect's sect master opened his eyes and quickly left the secret chamber. The elders of the Sea Soul Sect also rushed out. The moment they appeared, they immediately saw the protection formation shine brightly. They were dumbfounded as they watched the protective formation collapse as a pair of giant hands ripped it open. A figure stepped into the continent after the protection formation collapse. Before they could speak, a voice as cold as never-melting ice echoed across the world. It was earth-shattering. Open the transfer array and bring me all your origin crystals. Otherwise, die. With these words, a white-haired youth appeared with a gloomy expression. This person had only said one thing, but the meaning of the sentence terrified the people of the Sea Soul Sect. The Sea Soul Sect's sect master trembled. Although he couldn't see through this person's cultivation, ripping open the protection formation like this was not easy. After hearing those words, he clasped his hands and was about to speak. However, his gaze met Wang Lin's gaze. His mind trembled and he coughed out blood, then his face immediately turned pale. Wang Lin didn't do anything, it was just that the Sea Soul Sect's sect master was too weak. When he met Wang Lin's gaze, his mind became unstable and he injured himself. It had nothing to do with Wang Lin. Yes. The Sea Soul Sect's sect master respectfully responded and rushed out without hesitation. He took the shocked elders to open the transfer array and respectfully handed over all Theat origin crystals. He didn't doubt that if he was slow or hesitated for a bit, the other side would start killing. He felt that the person before him wasn't a cultivator, but a primordial beast that had descended on this world with monstrous killing intent. It would take some time for the transfer array to open. At this moment, all the elders sat down to speed up the process because the slaughter god was looking coldly from above. Wang Lin didn't have time to wait. Even if the Sea Soul Sect's sect master opened it personally, it would take half an hour. He couldn't wait this long. As the formation slowly activated, Wang Lin stepped out and his right hand pressed down. The world trembled as all the origin energy in the world gathered like crazy toward the transfer array. It was as if it was trying to inflate it until it exploded. Wang Lin used this method that would seriously damage the transfer array to open it in an instant. Wang Lin stepped inside and the old woman followed. After taking the origin crystals the Sea Soul Sect prepared, Wang Lin and the old woman disappeared inside the formation. The moment the two of them disappeared, cracking sounds came from the transfer array. Several cracks appeared and it suddenly collapsed. I must leave because I'm in a rush. I've destroyed your formation and took your origin crystals. In the future, I'll return them you tenfold. Wang Lin's voice echoed in the ears of the cultivators of the Sea Soul sect. There was a transfer array on a continent in the rank 6 region. There were more than 10 cultivators sitting around it, including a man and woman who were talking to each other. The woman would sometimes smile and look at the man with an alluring gaze. I don't believe you at all. If Lu Zihao was as powerful as you said, powerful enough to kill our sect's sect master, elder, and senior disciple, the everlasting sect would definitely protect him. How could he have died? Junior sister, everything I said is true. It was said that Lu Zihao offended the God sect and was hunted by them. He died in the rank 5 region, the man laughed. Lu Zihao was considered a genius of the Cloud Sea. Unfortunately, he was arrogant and provoked the God sect. As the man spoke, the transfer array they were guarding activated and gave off a dazzling glow. The man stopped speaking and looked over. I wonder which low-rank region opened the transfer array. The man was haughty. He was a disciple of the Celestial Music sect. He was in charge of guarding the transfer array, and every time someone came, they would gift the guard some origin crystals. This had become a rule in the Cloud Sea. However, just at that moment, the transfer array shined even brighter and the light reached a peak. The world rumbled, the wind howled, and the sky changed colors. Endless rumbles came from the transfer array and cracking sounds echoed as a crack appeared on the transfer array. This sudden occurrence caused the expressions of the cultivators around the transfer array to change, and they all stood up. They sure have guts to force the transfer array to accelerate its opening like this. Once this transfer array is destroyed, none of the lower rank sects can afford this responsibility. I want to see what sect dares to be so arrogant. The man that spoke before became gloomy. He waved his right hand and a flying sword appeared. With a point of his finger, the flying sword shot toward the transfer array. However, just as the flying sword closed in, a thunderous rumble came from the transfer array. The light from the transfer array shined even brighter and it exploded. Two figures charged off into the starry sky. The person who used the flying sword was about to speak but immediately stopped. When the two figures charged out, he vaguely caught a glimpse of one of them. This caused his expression to change greatly. Lu Zihao. This man was at the Everlasting Sect and personally saw Wang Lin's superb battles. He had also personally witnessed the death of his sect master, head elder, and senior disciple. Wang Lin didn't pay any attention to these juniors. After he charged out, he charged forward, creating a thunderous rumble as he flew away. The closest place to here is the Celestial Music sect. From there you can teleport to the Everlasting Sect. The old woman's face was pale as she looked at Wang Lin with fear. This person is crazy. Crazy. In order to speed up the transfer speed, he wasn't even willing to wait half an hour. He chose the extremely dangerous method of infusing origin energy into the transfer array to make the transfer instant. This is something only a madman would do, as the smallest mistake would mean death within the torn space. The old woman felt lingering fear when she recalled what happened during the transfer. Wang Lin's expression was extremely gloomy as he charged into the starry sky. As the thunderous rumbles echoed, he followed the old woman's directions toward the Celestial Music sect. He used almost his full speed and moved like thunder through the rank 6 region. It didn't take long for the Celestial Music sect to appear before his eyes. The Celestial Music sect was a rank 6 sect with 3 continents, and they had a more powerful protection formation. Ordinary people would find it difficult to break. Even a Nirvana Shatterer cultivator would find it difficult to open in a short period of time and would need to spend some time. However, if the Celestial Music sect's Nirvana Shatterer cultivators came out to reinforce it, the formation would become even stronger. Wang Lin walked through the stars. He was so fast that he set off a thunderous rumble. There was also a frenzied aura that charged forward, greatly, alerting all of the Celestial Music sect. The newly appointed sect master and elders all came out of their closed-door cultivation. Wasn't this person killed by the god sect? They looked ahead gloomily while floating in the air. It is said that 10 years ago, the god sect killed this person in the rank 5 region. However, not only is he not dead, but he is even more powerful. Could it be that not even the god sect can kill him? The moment they saw Wang Lin, the people from the celestial music sect that saw Wang Lin at the everlasting sect were all in an uproar. They were shocked and their eyes were filled with endless fear and panic. Wang Lin's figure was too deeply engraved in their mind. Under their gazes, Wang Lin didn't pause at all and arrived next to the transfer array outside the 3 continents. His gaze was cold and he didn't even look at the cultivators that were shocked due to his arrival. He raised his hand and mercilessly pressed down on the formation. The moment his palm touched the formation, Wang Lin gave off a shocking aura. "Collapse for me." Thunderous rumbles echoed throughout the world, causing the 3 continents to shake. The formation shook violently and began to shine. Cracking sounds echoed as 5 cracks appeared along Wang Lin's 5 fingers. These 5 cracks were like 5 vicious dragons that quickly spread and, in the blink of an eye, covered the entire formation. The formation that even a Nirvana Shatterer cultivator would need some time to break suddenly collapsed and disintegrated before the eyes of the celestial music sect cultivator. An unimaginable impact scattered when the formation shattered. The formation broke like a mirror, and the countless fragments scattered. The fragments contained a powerful force as they scattered. This scene shocked all the celestial music sect cultivators, and they quickly retreated in fear of being injured by these fragments. 1 person, 1 palm. The force of 1 step shook the world. Open the transfer array to the everlasting sect and take out all your origin crystals. Wang Lin's gaze coldly looked at the cultivators before him. There was no chance to reject. These words descended like the heavens' might and spread across the celestial music sect. All the cultivators' minds trembled and none of them dared to refuse. The new celestial music sect's sect master's forehead was covered in sweat. He looked at Wang Lin with fear and awe in his eyes. He had witnessed Wang Lin's brilliance at the everlasting sect and personally saw the previous sect master die. This person could instantly kill the sect master and head elder 10 years ago, and even the god sect couldn't kill him. Now, 10 years later, he came back and is even more frightening than before. Such a person must not be provoked. The celestial music sect's sect master didn't hesitate to give out a series of orders. The entire celestial music sect began activating the transfer array to the everlasting sect. Wang Lin had picked these 2 transfer arrays for a reason. The Sea Soul sect transfer array was 2 ways, so there was no need for the other side to activate it to use it. The rank 6 celestial music sect as a rank 6 sect had the right to open the transfer array without the everlasting sect's permission in case of something unexpected happening. Of course, there was a limit to this transfer. A single transfer couldn't exceed 3 people, and they would be strictly questioned. If there was no important matter, they would be severely punished. 10 years ago, Wang Lin's prestige set off a wave within the people that witnessed what he did at the everlasting sect themselves. Also, 10 years was considered very short for cultivators. When he appeared this time, he set off a wave in the celestial music sect. After all, the celestial music sect was even more familiar with Wang Lin because their sect master, head elder, and head disciple had all been killed by Wang Lin. At this moment, the entire celestial music sect began to work to quickly activate the transfer array. The new sect master cried bitterly in his heart. He only wanted to send this fiend away as quickly as possible. He was afraid of provoking Wang Lin. Back then, Wang Lin was willing to kill the previous sect master, and today he was likely to kill again. After taking the bag of holding containing all the origin crystals, Wang Lin stepped into the formation with the old woman. The old woman was extremely shocked by everything. She had spent all her time in the battlefield at the demon sect and didn't know what happened 10 years ago. When she saw what happened here, she couldn't believe her eyes. She could see that the elders and the sect master of the celestial music sect looked at Wang Lin with unimaginable terror in their eyes. It was as if they were trying to send away a god. She was worried about the matter of origin crystals, but when she saw the celestial music sect giving Wang Lin the bag, she smiled bitterly. The way the Celestial Music sect gave away their origin crystals was as if Wang Lin was the master of the sect. With a word from him, they had gathered all their origin crystals. I fear even if the Everlasting sect came to ask for origin crystals, the Celestial Music sect wouldn't move so fast. It's likely they would even hide some and not give all of it away. Wang Lin stepped into the transfer array with the old woman and disappeared. This kind of transfer array that went directly to the rank 8 region didn't require any wait. It only took an instant to teleport to the Everlasting sect. It wasn't until they saw Wang Lin leave personally that everyone relaxed a bit. The sect master finally relaxed a bit. When he looked at the empty transfer array and broken formation, he felt a lingering sense of fear. We've finally sent this person away. Forget asking for all the origin crystals. Even if he wanted the entire Celestial Music sect, I would have given it to him in hopes of him leaving quicker. Rank 8 sect, on one of the planets belonging to the Everlasting sect. The transfer array there suddenly lit up and the light became intense. I have to get a treasure from inside the Everlasting sect. Wang Lin walked out of the transfer array, arriving at the Everlasting sect he was at 10 years ago. This video will end here.